Okay, here we go. Justin Fields in the 2019 semifinal game versus Clemson. So let's dive in. We got the first play right here. 5 yard out route to the boundary. Rocker step from Fields. On time, good ball. It's everything we like to see. So if we're looking here pre-snap, we see our boundary safety. He's starting to roll down. Our corner's starting to open up, and he's going to bail out. You got to think safety here, corner deep. You got to think the overhang here is playing here to here. So where's our easy throw? I mean, you could play the field, but why would you do that when you have a boundary out that's probably going to be just as open, way closer throw? He plays it right, moves the sticks. On time, good ball, good placement. Your next play here is like a all curls concept. So what everyone's trying to do is just get to the sticks and find open grass and hook up. Fields here, if we're looking pre-snap, from the defense, what they're kind of giving a look here, I'm thinking some type of cover two. This safety's going to push out. Maybe this safety's going to push out. He's going to squat. And you'll have your Mike backer. He's going to get in that hole. They call it the hole right here in the middle of the defense. Try and rob anything coming over the middle, anything deep, so they can't give up like that, 18 to 22 yard post route. And I think Fields does an awesome job here recognizing that and finding the hole in the middle. So right here at the top of his three, his eyes are on this guy. He sees this backer widening though, so I think he does an awesome job of coming off of this and getting to his next window. So the tight end gets into that next window. I think he's going to see this linebacker kind of moving out and not falling into here. He's kind of chasing the back. So when he recognizes that, he steps up, comes off, delivers a ball in a tight window. That's the type of stuff you'd love to see from a quarterback. Okay, our next play here, I kind of wanted to put this in because this is about all the draft talk, about his processing and why it's a little slow. And I think this is a good example of what these scouts are talking about. He's a little slow in his processing, and it ends up not hurting him, but it could have hurt him if Clemson's defenders were a little more disciplined in their coverage. So right here, pre-snap, safeties are off level. You got to think some type of cover three again. You got soft corners. So what I'm thinking is like a cover three buzz type of look, which would be, in the simplest terms, is your boundary safety's coming down to kind of rob the middle of the field. This safety's going to get to the deep middle. He's going to bail out. This backer is going to push here and get to the flat, and you're going to have this overhang, nickel back, whatever you want to call him. He's going to be kind of your flat defender on this side. So if I'm Fields here, I like where his eyes start, but I don't know why he ever comes off of it. So let's snap the ball right here. His eyes are to the field. He sees the flat defender to his back to his slot, who's doing like a get to the sticks, find space, and work back. And he does a good job with it. And he's there. And I don't know why Fields ever came off of it. The first thing I'm doing if I'm Fields is finding this guy and find out what he's doing. If he moves out and runs out and turns his back to me, like exactly what he did, there's no reason to ever even come off this receiver. I mean, look, he's at the sticks, he's wide open. There's no reason to not just deliver it. And we started here with our eyes. I don't know why we're not there. So anyway, let's say we're not there and he decides to play the boundary side. So this concept is really just a drive concept. Tight end's going to try and find grass on a dig. This receiver is going to run like a drag route, maybe sit if it's a zone, and then we're going to have a wheel from the back. So what I want to see from Fields is how quick he's able to process through these reads. So the first thing he should notice, right, is our flat defender. This would be the first thing that where his eye should be. This guy, he should be, because he's pushing out towards here. He gets hung up on this drag for second and a half, 2 seconds right there. You see that? His eyes should, boom, right for this wheel. Now I understand he's still over here And I still don't know why he ever came off of that read. But if he did, now he's on this, right? Now this is going to be dead. We got the drag. That's dead. I think he knows that. Now his next progression here, right here, this is the window. I don't know why he freezes with this now, because now our flat defender's starting to widen now. After he got hung up, he's realizing, all right, I got to get back out, and now here's the window. The tight end sits right in that window, and it's there, and he's not throwing it. The tight end even shows hands to him. He's not throwing it still. Now he finally gets to his wheel. The flat defender starts to slide back in because of Fields' eyes, and he actually gets bailed out. But the only reason he gets bailed out is because he had absolutely awesome protection. He sat in the pocket for close to 5 seconds here. And it ended up being a 16-yard play on third down, but it could have been an easy 12-yard hitch throw. It could have been the 12-yard hitch throw where his eyes started, and it didn't. And that's the processing stuff that scares me with him. So let's get to the next play here. All right, pre-snap, before we even know our concept, we're thinking three. We have to be thinking three. We got a middle field safety who's deeper than everybody. Corner already starting to open. This corner, I'm sure he's going to drop. He's going to sit and then maybe work to the flat. He's going to sit, maybe work to the flat. That's what you got to be thinking with this lineup pre-snap. So let's run through our concept. Let's see what they give us. All right. I love it. I love this from Fields. This is just good. This is recognizing coverage, and this is hitting it. All he's doing here, this guy's job is to pretty much shield this defender so that he can't get out here and get underneath this throw. That's all this is pretty much. And if this flat defender does get underneath this throw, he's ripping this right down the seam. And that's all this is. And Fields does an awesome job recognizing it, sees that he's getting hands-on, which he should be, which he's supposed to be, and coming right here to his comeback route. On time, good ball, moves the sticks. So this is where Fields starts to get into trouble. You saw in these first couple of plays, he kind of locked on a guy, and he looked really, really good. Like, he looked really good. That's his thing, is when he knows where he's going with the ball, he is money. And he got the look he wants here. He's got man-to-man. He's got it here. If they do an outside-inside release, these two will pick it up, outside-inside. But they don't even do that. But he knows he has man-to-man. He's got man-to-man here. But he predetermines where he's going with this football. So let me run this play through. And he predetermines it. But guess what? His receiver slips. And now he's stuck because he predetermined it. So now it's too late. Now he has to try to scramble, make a play. Gets batted down. So let's go through where he should be looking here. We have what looks to be like a drag. We're going to have a dig behind the drag. And then we're going to have our trail route. With man-to-man, I like that he's alerting the trail route. And he pretty much knows that's where the trail route's going to be. But I don't like that he's on it so early. He should wait and let it come into his picture. So we snap the ball. He can alert this real early, but I don't love it. I don't love this against man. I don't love this against really any defense. I think this route is really to get this, draw this in, try and hold everything down. What I want to see from Fields is to play from dig to trail. It's pretty much just like your drive concept that we watched on the play before with the tailback wheel, but this time we just don't have a wheel. So I want him to play dig to trail. So it's going to be right in the same window here, and that's what I want to see. And because he doesn't do that and his trail falls, he gets stuck here. He gets stuck, and they have to settle for 3 points here. Now, if he is reading this the way he should be, he can drive this tight end across the back of this end zone and have absolutely no problem. Right here, just throw him right into space. Touchdown. And then the trail route, it doesn't matter that he fell. We're okay. Okay, the next play here, Fields recognizes man-to-man, delivers an out route. I think the motion really helps here. You see this guy trailing. This guy's chasing across. I think they're talking right here like, if he goes inside, you take him. If he goes outside, you take him. Fields kind of waits a little bit, sees what's going on, sees he breaks away, delivers it, good ball, on time, 3rd and 14, and they get it. That's when you're on time as a quarterback and it's 3rd and 14, sometimes the 8-yard pass actually works. All right, so this is more about Fields' timing, and I wanted to go over it. Right here, it's a little bit of a trap defense from Clemson, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. Like right here, I'm starting to think, all right, it's cover 3 because our safeties are off level. He's coming down, he's going back. We got maybe man to man, maybe a cover 1 robber look just because everyone's squared up like this. But we don't get that. We get a double buzz where they're coming down and the Mike's got the deep third. So corner's got deep third, and the Mike's got his deep third. And the 2 safeties are kind of coming down for picks. But Fields recognizes the blitz here. I'm sorry. There's no blitz. He recognizes this guy coming out to the flat, but he's late. The throw needs to be out right now. As soon as this receiver starts to give eyes, that ball needs to be out. But he's wait. The ball's still not out at this point, which now we're getting dangerous. He's got to see this guy starting to come down, and he just doesn't see him. Now it's a dropped interception, and it's saved, but the timing is off. The ball, he's got to be cocked and ready to throw right here, and he is, but he's just waiting. He's waiting, and he gets into trouble. That's stuff that sometimes when Fields is unsure of himself or he wants to be too sure, you got to get that ball out, especially in the NFL when windows close fast. Here on this next play, I think this is that same concept that we saw before where we got the 2 seams going vertical. We're going to have comeback and then come back to the boundary. The only thing so sometimes it's okay to look for a bigger play here. Now I'm being very critical here, but you kind of think it's going to be cover 3. All right, you got Isaiah Simmons. He's bailing out hard and he's running away, and his eyes pre-snap. He's right here. He's looking. As soon as he catches that snap. Now, if I'm looking, this guy's totally flat. He's totally flat, and he's got a guy running right past him. Now, he can alert this right up to shoot, especially when your middle safety is got his back turned to you, and he initially opened this way. I mean, I have no problem with trying to throw this right down this field right here. I mean, that's also a very viable option on this play, and his eyes started there. So his eyes started there, and he's looking at this guy, and this guy's flat. This guy's 100% flat. Now, if he's on him, and this guy opens, and he starts running, hey, guess what? I know I still have my comeback. I'm not worried about that. I know I still have my comeback right here. So he opens, bang, I come right back to my comeback. We don't lose anything. Whatever. Maybe I'm being too critical, but I think sometimes the bigger play could be there, and he misses it. All right, this play here is the exact same concept we just looked at. And this is an example of him being a little late or not being able to anticipate the throw, and he's not doing it. We got the same look we're getting, this exact same look, except they're going to throw a blitz off of it. He's got deep. He's going to come down. He's got deep. He's got deep. We got a blitz coming here and a blitz coming here. And he's coming down and kind of playing that flat spot. Now, I want to see Justin. He recognizes it, right? Let's throw this comeback. Let's anticipate it and get it out. Look at this. I mean, he still has the clean. The backer's coming, right? But our receiver's now starting to break. So now this is perfect time to grip it and rip it right here, right? But he holds it a little too long. Now, I could be getting a little critical, but this is the type of stuff that I want to see, like, oh, that's an NFL type throw. Like guys coming down the barrel. I see it. I know where I'm getting, and I'm throwing it down the line, being safe, getting the first down, moving the sticks. He's a little late here, and he gets sacked, and they have to punt. This is later in the third. Oh, this is just bad. This is bad on the whole offense, not just Fields, well, especially Fields, but his. I'll get to it in a little bit. So he recognizes the corner blitz. Awesome, literally awesome. He sees this guy coming over, but he loses this safety. So this is really, just treat this as cover two. That's all this is. Let's just treat this as cover two. He's going to be on him, and if he goes vertical, he's got to run and bail because there's no middle field. There's no middle field player. So he's got to just treat this as cover two. So he sees that. He sees his receiver beat him. Now, if he does want to throw this, he's got to throw it now, and he's got to put it here. But again, he waits. He waits. And he leads him inside, and he gets picked off. And it's just, it's another example of him being late. And I hate to say it, but it's another example of him being late. Now, what he should have done here, all right, he recognizes the corner blitz. He recognizes this out. I could dump it over his head. He should have been able to peek this safety coming, right? Now, if you peek this safety, you got to know middle field's open now. This guy doesn't help Fields at all, though. He's got to stay on the hash, and if he gets rerouted, it's got to be here, back on the hash. So Fields can recognize this and rip it down the middle of the field. But he hurts himself and he hurts Fields. Now, if Fields came off and came to this and ends up taking a sack, I can't even be mad at him because he's like, all right, well, he's too wide and this safety can make a play. But if he stays on this hash and Fields can throw him into the middle of the field, now we're talking about, high-level quarterback play. Recognizing the trap defense and beating the trap defense. But he doesn't. He throws right into the trap. So that's just something, that I would love to be able to discuss with him and ask him, what happened here? So here we go on the next play. This is just your basic spot concept. Does an awesome job, though. Does an awesome job. This is fourth quarter, last drive. Does an awesome job. Recognizes what I would probably call cover one robber. Everyone's manned up, man. One of these safeties is coming down. I believe it's him. He's coming deep. Man. So now one of these linebackers that's faking blitz has this running back man. And he recognizes it, and he dumps it right out. And it's beautiful. Recognizes it, bang, get it out. And he's quick with it. I love it. I think Justin Fields runs spot very, very well. And I think Ryan Day calls it and lets him do his thing. So this is the last play of the game. I'm sure a lot of people remember this. Now, I just wanted to put this in because I think Justin did an awesome job here, and his receiver kind of let him down. You're getting that cover two look here. So they got their three safeties across, but he's going to come down. He's going to bail out. They're going to push out, and they're going to push out. But this is an awesome concept by Ryan Day. 2nd and 7. So he's kind of got this guy getting to the sticks and hooking up. And he brings that Tampa 2 middle linebacker down on it. And watch, we're going to show you here. So he's bailing, right? But his eyes are here. So when he hooks up, he's going to bring him back down and open up this post. And Fields recognizes it. And it's beautiful. Right there. Look, and here comes the post right here. Right across. Now he drifts a little bit. But Fields is going to throw him flat. You could see when the ball ends up being thrown, it's flat. And I don't know why he stops to break out. But, I mean, this is to take the lead in the semifinal game. And I think Justin Fields recognizes the coverage beautifully. And he's got his guy. He's got his guy. And it's beautiful.